Welcome friends. In our last lecture we have seen what is truss element. A truss element is any element AB of length L and axial rigidity AE. A is area of cross section of the member, E is modulus of elasticity of the material of the member, and the truss element we have seen the degree of kinematic indeterminacy of the truss element is equal to 4. The first is displacement in x direction, second is displacement in y direction at joint A, third is displacement in x direction, and fourth is displacement in y direction at joint B. And we have also seen, just like beam element, we don't have the liberty to select these coordinates. These coordinates are to be taken as it is, 1 2 3 4. We cannot change the order. So this is the order of the elements, and we have seen degree of kinematic indeterminacy is 4. That is why the truss element stiffness matrix we have derived from the first principle in our last lecture is AE by L 0 minus AE by L 0, and we have seen it satisfies all the properties of stiffness matrix. We also have seen one special property of truss element stiffness matrix, that is that if you add any row, if you add elements in any column, the total is 0. The total is 0, and that is what we have seen as a special property for truss element. I also can write the truss element stiffness matrix KE. If I take AE upon L common, I can write the truss element stiffness matrix in a simplified form 1 0 minus 1 0 minus 1 0 1 0. I can write this truss element stiffness matrix in the simplified form like this, AE by L, and this is the truss element stiffness matrix. Now in this lecture we will understand the necessity of writing the transformation matrix. Now consider any truss. Consider any truss like this. I am drawing a truss. Consider any truss. Let us say simple truss. I am drawing a rough figure. Kindly excuse me for that. This is just an example. So this is a simple truss which is supported like this. I am numbering it, naming the joints as A, B, C, D, E and F. Now I know the x-axis of AB element is oriented like this. X-axis of BC element is oriented like this. X-axis of CD element is oriented like this. But what about x-axis of AF element? X-axis of AF element is oriented at an angle theta with respect to x-axis of AB element. X-axis of BF element is oriented at an angle 90 degrees with respect to x-axis. So x-axis of every element is oriented in different directions. X-axis of every element is oriented in different directions, and this was not the case we have found in case of beam element. When we analyzed beam elements, we have seen all the x-axis coincided in one direction. All the x-axis has the one direction only. In this case, x-axis of member AB is not coinciding with x-axis of member AB. Let us say if I consider this is my global x direction, if I consider this is my global y direction, then x-axis of members AB, BC, CD and FE are coinciding with global x direction, whereas x-axis of the members AF, x-axis of the member BF, x-axis of the member CE and x-axis of the member ED, that are not coinciding with the global x direction. They are inclined at some angle. So x-axis of few of the members do not coinciding with the global x direction and global y direction, and that is why there is a need to write a transformation matrix or rotation matrix for these. To take into account how much is the inclination with respect to x-axis, we need to write a transformation matrix. We need to bring all the members to one common platform, one common orientation. Common orientation is orientation x and orientation y, and there is a necessity of writing the transformation matrix or rotation matrix. Let us understand this concept at length by taking one simple example which we have learnt in mechanics. Our basic principles in mechanics will be involved. Let us consider I am drawing axis. Let us consider this is global x and this is global y. So these are the global direction. This is global x direction. This is global y direction. This is global y direction. And let us consider that there is any member AB let us consider that is any member AB which is inclined at an angle. This AB is inclined at an angle theta with respect to x-axis, with respect to global x-axis. This is global x-axis, this is global y-axis. This AB is inclined at an angle theta with respect to global x-axis. Now let us say the displacement, now this is the local x-axis for AB and this is the local y-axis for AB. I think all of you have understood. This is the local x-axis of AB, this is the local y-axis of AB. These are the global x and global y-axis which we are interested in. We need to resolve all the members in global x and global y direction, because in that case only we are able to bring them on a common platform. We are able to compare them on a common platform. Otherwise, it is very difficult for us or impossible for us to compare a member which is oriented in global x direction, global y direction, and another member which is inclined at an angle theta with respect to global x and global y direction. Let us say this is local x axis and local y axis for the member AB. This is local x axis that is acting along the axis of the member AB. So that is local x axis. Now let us consider 4 different displacements. The first displacement, let us consider that the displacement is delta A x, this is delta A y. These are the local displacements at A, delta AX and delta AY. Similarly, let us consider the displacement delta BX and delta BY. So I will write delta AX, delta AY, delta BX, delta BY are local displacements, are local displacements. Delta AX, delta BY, delta AY, delta BX, del BY are local displacements. And now let us consider that I am writing my global displacements in some other notation. Let us say I am writing this as del AX, del AY, del BX and del BY as global displacements at A and B. These are the local displacements. I need to convert these local displacements into global displacements. So I am writing delta X, delta AY, delta BX, delta BY are local displacements, and del AX, del AY, del BX and del BY are global displacements. If I establish a relationship between local and global displacements, my total purpose will be solved. Let us say these are the global displacements. So this del AX, del AY, del BX, del BY are the local displacements, and delta AX, delta AY, delta BX, delta BY are the global displacements. Now I will express this in terms of local displacement, in terms of global displacements. Let us say this is del AX, and I know this angle is theta, this angle is theta, this is delta AX, this is delta AY, and I know this angle made by this axis is theta with respect to, these are the global displacements at A, and this is the local displacement at A. How can I express this local displacement at A? This del AX is delta AX cos of theta plus delta AY sin of theta. Everybody agree with me? The component of this AX along this direction will be delta AX cos theta, and component of this Y along X direction is delta AY sin theta. So delta X cos theta, delta X sin theta. Now I am showing it another thing. If this is del AY, this is del AY, and again my global directions are same. My global direction is delta AX and this is my delta AY. This is my delta x, delta y, these are my global directions, and this is local displacement in x direction. I can say this angle is also theta. If the angle made with respect to x axis is theta, then this angle is also theta. Then I can say from this diagram, by using simple principles of mechanics, this del Ay, concentrate on this diagram, del Ay is equal to minus delta Ax sin theta plus delta Ay cos of theta. Everybody agree? Minus delta x, because it is negative, it will be like this, and delta Ay sin theta, that two will constitute this del Ay. So this is the local displacement expressed in terms of global displacement. Local displacement expressed in terms of global displacement. Similarly, we can write the equation del Bx is equal to delta Bx cos of theta plus delta By sin of theta, and del By is equal to delta minus delta Bx cos of theta plus delta By sin of theta. If we can apply the same thing at joint B, only the name of the joint will change from A to B, and the rest of the things will be same. So we have obtained these local displacement in terms of global displacements, delta x, delta Ay, delta x, delta Ay, delta Bx, delta By. So can I write an expression for delta Ax? Now I will write an expression. I will elaborate this expression. I am writing delta Ax, del Ax, local displacement in x direction, is equal to delta Ax cos theta plus delta Ay sin theta plus 0 into delta Bx plus 0 into delta By. Everybody agree? I wish to incorporate all these things. Delta Ay is equal to minus delta Ax sin theta plus delta Ay cos theta plus 0 delta Bx plus 0 delta By. I am expressing the same expression in terms of, now del Bx is equal to 0 delta Ax plus 0 delta Ay plus delta Bx cos theta plus delta By sin theta, and last one del By is equal to 0 delta Ax plus 0 delta Ay minus delta Bx sin theta plus delta By cos theta. I can express this. These are the local displacements, and all these are global displacements. Delta Ax, delta Ay, delta Bx, delta By, all these are global displacements. I have just converted these four equations into this. So I can write the equation delta Ax, del Ax, del Ay, del Bx, del By as cos theta sin theta 0 0 minus sin theta cos theta 0 0 0 0 cos theta sin theta, and 0 0 minus sin theta cos theta into delta Ax, delta Ay, delta Bx, delta By. You can see delta x is equal to delta x cos theta plus delta Ay sin theta plus 0 delta Bx plus 0 delta By. Delta Ay is equal to minus delta Ax sin theta plus delta Ay cos theta, 0 delta Bx, 0 delta By. Then delta Bx is equal to 0 delta Ax, 0 delta Ay plus delta Bx cos theta plus delta By sin theta, and delta By, del By is equal to 0 delta Ax, 0 delta Ay minus delta Bx sin theta plus delta By cos theta. Same thing I have written in matrix form. So this is local displacement delta E. This is elemental displacement, that is local displacement, is equal to T into delta global. So delta elemental displacement is equal to transformation matrix into global displacement. This is the important relationship we have seen. If we multiply the global displacement by transformation matrix, we get elemental displacement. So the transformation matrix T, looks like this. Transformation matrix T looks like this. T is equal to, I am writing simply cos theta as C and sin theta as S. CS 00 minus SC 00, 00 CS and 00 minus SC. This is the nature of transformation matrix for truss element. This is the nature of transformation matrix for truss element or bar element, that is cos theta sin theta 00 minus sin theta cos theta 00, 00 cos theta sin theta and 00 minus sin theta cos theta. This is the nature of transformation matrix. We can express that local displacements delta is equal to T delta global. Global displacements, if we multiply with transformation matrix, we get the local displacements. This is the relationship we have seen, and we have seen what is the nature of the transformation matrix T. So this is delta element is equal to T delta global. This is what we have seen in our today's discussion. I hope it is understood. I am giving you one revision. Why we did not require the transformation matrices in case of beam element, because all the elements were oriented in global x direction. This was the truss element stiffness matrix, which we have reduced to truss element stiffness matrix like this. But we have seen in truss, the elements are oriented in various directions. They can be oriented in various directions. We need to bring them all on one common platform, that is global direction. If this is global x, global y, it is not necessary that all the truss elements will be oriented in global x and global y direction. For that, we need to write the transformation matrix. Now let us say this is global x direction, global y direction, and any member AB which is oriented at an angle theta with respect to global x and global y direction. Let us say del AX, del AY, del BX, del BY are the local displacements in x and y directions at A and B. This is local x direction, this is local y direction for member AB. But this is global x and global y. So delta AX, delta AY, delta BX, delta BY, these are the global directions at A and B in global x and global y directions. So we need to establish a relationship between global displacements and these local displacements. So using simple principles of mechanics, we have derived that this local displacements del AX is equal to delta AX cos theta. This will be the cos component since this angle is theta, and sin component del AY sin theta. Whereas this del AY local displacement in y direction is equal to minus delta AX sin theta and delta AY cos theta. Cos component will be along the direction theta. So del AY will be like this. Similarly, we can use the same equations at joint B, and I can write the same equations at joint B. Now I can simplify those equations. I can expand those equations in this format by writing all delta AX, delta AY, delta BX, delta BY, all the global displacements. I can simplify the local displacements expressed in all the four global displacements, and by simplifying I am obtaining that this local displacement vector is equal to this transformation matrix into global displacement vector. So this local displacement is equal to transformation into global displacement. This transformation matrix is cos theta sin theta 00 minus sin theta cos theta 00, 00 cos theta sin theta and 00 minus sin theta cos theta. So local displacement is equal to transformation into global displacement. In our next discussion, we will see the application of this transformation matrix in actual truss numerical, and we will see what is the global stiffness matrix for any truss element, how to derive the global stiffness matrix for the truss element. That will be the matter of our next discussion. Thank you.